Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy King Fly John. I know I've been gone for a while, but guess what, baby? I'm back. I'm back at you with the business content for that head top for the Tuesday night. Yes, my Phillies are playing versus the Diamondbacks, but that's either near or there. Your boy's going to the game on Thursday, but I have a special guest coming in today. Goes by the name of Rico, straight from the East Coast, just like your boy. Before I introduce him, though, please check out this banging ass video. Yer. Like I said, y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy King Fly John, aka the real one, the chosen one, the gift. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all, yeah, I kill myself sometimes when I mess around. But yeah, man, I'm back. The Dry Heat podcast. Shout out to my brothers Philly tapes, also part of the Swoop Boys network. We got some things that we're coming out with. Tailgate was crazy in LA this past not this past Sunday. We'll get into that later. The previous Sunday before. As like I just said, I told you guys, man, listen, man, I got a special guest with me today. It was by the name of Rico, straight from the East Coast. Mets fans, Jets fans. I think he's a Rangers fan when it comes to hockey. And let's go ahead and bring him on, man. I told him I was going to bring him on due to the fact, these guys lost to his team. So here he is. I'm here to eat my crow. I should have never been talking shit, but here goes. Here goes Rico.
You're that's everybody shit talks the Jets. We'll get into that a little bit.
What's good, my guy? What's good, man?
Appreciate you having me on. I'm
Oh,
great. I can't complain, man.
I hear you. I hear you. I mean, I would be great too if my team without Brett. I'm about to say Brett Favre, follow in the footsteps. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers beats a 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles team on a Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. Or yeah, would it be 1 p.m.? Well, we're in the
It was
West,
1 p.m.
so
for
that'll be
us.
four.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
4:25 Eastern Standard Time. Uh, bro, how
Surprising, most watched non Super Bowl NFL game
that crazy?
like ever. That's nuts.
That's nuts. I mean, does that say the fan base how big the fan base, or was it just because the Eagles 5-0 going against a team that would just beat
Yeah,
the
I think
Broncos?
a lot of people in the country got the game. We didn't because
Oh, it was game of the week, wasn't it?
yeah, because the Cardinals are on because we're in Arizona. Like, why, dude?
True, true.
It sucks. But yeah, apparently the Jets have the three most watched games in the NFL this season. Obviously, the opening Monday night game, and then against the Chiefs, that
Yeah.
the ref beat us, and so yeah, we can get right into it. I just there are a lot of people that I am happy about the win. I don't want people to think I'm unhappy about the win.
Okay.
The bye week could not have come at a better time. The red zone
Right.
offense needs to figure it out because I'm not a shit talk guy. All of my teams underachieve constantly. So I'm not a guy that's gonna shit talk and you know pump my chest out whatever. But realistically the Jets should have hung up like 35, 40 points on Sunday. Like they had four red zone possessions,
Yeah.
should have been five because the blindside block penalty on Alan Lazard is one of the worst penalties I've ever seen. Alan Lazard turned around, blocked the man in the chest, and it was somehow a blindside block. I could not believe that call. Um, and they have to figure out the offense of the red zone because
Right.
You're not going to beat every team with field goals, which is weird to say since the Eagles are
Socrates.
still, yeah, which is still like the Eagles are still very much a top 3, top 5 team in the NFL. Like
Right.
they're still a really really good football team. So I just felt like the offense could have done more. I also feel like the Jets' style of play is really unsustainable in its
Gotcha.
current iteration because I mean the defense has been good. They haven't allowed a 300-yard passer in 2 years.
Yeah, I
So
will say that. I will say that defense is pretty good.
it is really, really good, but they can't keep relying on turnovers and the big splash plays. Like, one of these days, the defense isn't going to show up. And, not to say that they're bound to not show up, but when they can't have their best day, you want to be able to rely on the offense to have a better day than it did.
Right.
But
Right.
as far as the win, I mean, beating A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith with practice squad corners, it felt good, man. It
I
felt
bet.
it felt really really good.
I bet. I bet.
And again, the bye week couldn't have come at a better time. There's guys the Jets need to get healthy. Um, and I also feel like the disrespect to the Jets has to stop. It has to stop. I feel like
What's the disrespect though? Like, I'm not a Jets fan. I just see that people say it's the Jets. So go ahead and elaborate on that.
that's That's what I mean. Like
That's it. Okay.
it's the Jets. It's the Jets. Meanwhile, historically, aside from like 2 years ago, like they're usually a top 22, top 23, top 24 team in the league. Like out of 32 teams, the Jets have very rarely ever been flat out the worst team in football. When you think about it,
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right. I'm thinking about it. I think okay. This is how I feel about the Jets. They haven't. It's been a lot of embarrassment due to Sanchez booty fumble, butt fumble, whatever you want to call it. Rex Ryan character bringing him out. I'm trying to think what else. The Rex Ryan
Adam
stuff.
Gase, the Adam,
Yes, yes,
the
yes, yes.
entirety of the Adam Gase era, which I mean, I don't mean to make this all about the Jets, but as the the Jets hiring Adam Gase was one of my lowest points as a Jets fan. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding. Like, you cannot find. I apologize. I don't know if I can curse one here,
No, you go
but
ahead.
but you really couldn't find a better coach than Adam Gase. As soon as the Adam Gase hiring happened, I was like, well, there goes Darnold's development. There goes
Yeah.
everything else that goes along with it, and we're gonna have to tank to get rid of this guy. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but even still, like even the first Adam Gase season, we won 7 straight games to end the year. Like there were still flashes there. Like Sam Darnold was still this current Jets iteration with Sam Darnold is probably 4-2 at the bye week. Like
Okay.
because I do like Zach Wilson. I think he's fine. I think his development has been really, 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 really slow. He's turned the
Yeah.
ball over once in the last 3 games, which was a 50-50 ball
Hey,
to one of the
hey,
best corners
he's
in
been
football.
he
So
beat he beat Jalen. I mean, Jalen turned over the ball 3 times. It's been very uncharacteristic of Jalen Hurts to be turned over the ball the way he's turned over the ball.
definitely, I definitely agree. I just feel like looking at the Jets, I mean, they haven't been as bad as the Browns have been bad. They haven't been as
Hey,
bad
whoa,
as
whoa, whoa! They beat the Niners. They beat the 5-0 Niners.
the Browns. The Browns are an underrated team. I just mean like historically, like the last 10 plus years, everyone looks at the Jets as a doormat, and I bring this up to say I don't understand. Maybe you could shed some light. I don't see why
Okay.
Jalen and AJ Brown had a reason to have like a players only meeting and talk about accountability. because you lost to the Jets. Like, I feel like if you lose to Dallas, I feel like if you lose to San Francisco, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown aren't going in the locker room talking about accountability and all that. Like, there's still a badge of embarrassment that comes with losing to the New York Jets, which I
Mhm.
don't really think makes any sense anymore.
So this is when it gets good. So the reason why that is like that is because the Jets haven't beat us in
Ever. Ever.
ever, ever. So that
That was
was
the
the
first
reason.
time
Yeah,
in
and so
13
him to
years.
be the quarterback, for him to be the quarterback, and to be Nick Sirianni, the head coach, and be the like, yo, in this franchise, in this out of the 12, 13, whatever matches, the Jets have never beat us. So that's why things got real because the play calling was atrocious. Jalen wasn't going through his reads the way he was supposed to be going through them. I mean, he threw the last interception. He was basically backpedaling. And so, Jalen's that type of guy where he likes to get coach hard. He likes his players, his wide receivers, to say something. Hey, what are you looking at? Because what I need to do to help me help you, type of situation. So that's the reason why I think that's why they have that little thing going on. And then boom, poof. We don't have Quez Watkins. He's hurt. Zacchaeus didn't really have he plays hard. I like Zacchaeus. I really do. I don't know why.
How's Lane Johnson? What's the status on
He's
Lane?
a high ankle sprain, so we'll see. And we have a terrible record without him. We
Mhm.
always lose without him. But now today that we signed Julio Jones, I don't know what that's going to look like because Julio Jones, I mean, last year, I mean, he looked like he was playing on two sore hamstrings made out of licorice. So
Yeah,
I
he
don't I don't
hasn't.
know how that's going to look. I don't
Julio
know how that's
Jones
going to
hasn't
look.
been good in so long. It's so strange. I mean, I feel like that. I guess what I was trying to say with that is like the Eagles are fine. Like they're fine. Like you lost to the Jets. The Jets have
Right.
a top five defense in football. Like the fact that they were able to generate that much pressure and that many picks with practice squad corners, I think that just goes to show how deep the team is. I mean, there was a stat that came out a couple of years ago that was like every undrafted free agent that the Jets ended up cutting, like, got picked up and are contributing on other teams. So Joe Douglas, as well as like, has created like really, really great depth in the
Yes.
organization. Even even the O line depth, which isn't that great, he's still put in like considerable draft capital, free agent signings, like into trying to improve the offensive line. The only thing that hasn't clicked is Zach. Like that's the only thing this team is missing as a quarterback.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, who knows if Aaron Rodgers comes back this year? I think Zach's going to win us some more games. I mean, I think
I believe he's gonna win you more games. I mean, what's impressive to see is Aaron Rodgers out there throwing the football after 4 snaps and he snaps his Achilles. That's impressive that he's already out there throwing. That
he's
dude's not human.
he's a
He's not human.
psycho.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro, that's not human. So let me get to the comments real quick. Joe Sanchez Jr. said, "Are y'all putting Detroit or putting Detroit of Dallas?
over
Or you mean
Dallas.
over Dallas?
Hmm. I think
I
I
would.
think I think Detroit's the best team in football. I think as it stands right
Really?
now,
You think they're the
I,
best team in football?
they're the best team in football right now.
Ooh,
Amon Ra is
say with
out of his
chest. Say with
mind.
chest.
Jared Goff Jared Goff gets the job done. That defense is flying around everywhere. Head coach has them believing. Why did I just blank on his name? Dan Campbell has them believing, and this offensive line's for real. This defense is for real. They have everything they need. The Lions top like three teams right now, probably the Lions. Still put the 49ers up there.
Hmm.
The hmm, the Dolphins are like borderline. I still have the Eagles up there.
See, the Dolphins to me, man. The Dolphins are a very good team, but nobody can guard that bad man named Cheetah. Nobody can guard him. He's so damn fast. He
Well,
takes the top off your defense, and then the middle of your offense literally is just there. Like it's just. Like, okay, all right, now Whittle, now you go off. The running back from the Niners, I'm trying to remember his name
H-Chan.
right now. Who?
Oh, Mostert.
Monster. Like he's going off. Like you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
this dude, this man was really literally ran out of San Fran. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Which,
So
I mean, you can get Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that's
you get exactly. You get Chris
well, when are you
McCaffrey.
gonna not do that? You know what I
Come
mean?
on now. Like, yeah, I ain't complaining there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Right.
Now he did. That's
Right.
what he said. He said Detroit over Dallas.
Mhm.
Almighty finesse. What happened, bro? What happened to you? You are 1-4. The
I
Giants are
am.
1-4. The Giants are
I
one and
feel
four.
like let me say something. I feel like I have been terrified of every single game this season. I feel like there's not. I mean, aside from week one, I was pretty confident that the Jets were going to beat the Bills week one because I was like, we have more than they do. I
Mhm.
didn't feel like the Bills got much better during the offseason. I was terrified before the Dallas game. I was like, and then we got the doors blown off, which I'm like, that's fine. Dallas is still really, really, really good.
Right.
Um, Terrified before the Patriots game. Like the fact that we
Really?
lost to the Patriots is embarrassing. But
Yeah.
I do think a dialogue needs to be started that Zach Wilson is only bad against the Patriots. I think that has to be a dialogue that started. Terrified before the Broncos game. I was like, fam,
Right.
we can't lose to the Broncos. Terrified before the
Nah.
Eagles game. I'm like, fam, we're gonna get the
Nah.
doors blown off again.
I
And then it
think
didn't
I
happen.
think I think
So I
what
think
I think
the first game out of the bye week is the Giants, and I'm
uh
terrified all over again. I'm
right.
like, yeah, I
Well, you
don't.
yeah, yeah.
I have a bad feeling about it. Look, you can't get as a Jets fan, you can't get too high and you can't get too
You know,
low.
too. Oh, for sure. I
This is
mean, I'm an Eagles
Giants,
fan. I understand that.
right? It's a Giants team that just held the Bills to 14 points. Was a, a ref call away from having another play to maybe beat them in
Yeah.
their house. I, this Giants team is. I don't. I really hope the Jets don't overlook them. I hope the Jets come prepared to play the Giants at MetLife because I don't.
Well,
I don't think it's
you
gonna
just
be.
heard
I
you
don't
just
think it's
heard
gonna be an
Almighty
easy
Finesse.
game.
He just said we are trash. Almighty
Y'all
Finesse
can
is
say that,
straight from
but
Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. He's a Giants fan.
yes,
Big
sir.
Giants fan.
Where from Brooklyn
What
are
is
you
it?
from? I want to know.
Yeah, what part of Brooklyn are you from, Almighty? I think he's from if I can't remember,
Was there to
I
be
can't remember
terrified
where he's
about?
from.
I think the defense is good. I think the defense is good. Y'all still have Saquon. The Jets
You think
don't have
Saquon
the.
will get traded? Think Saquon will get traded?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
Almighty, you don't think Saquon will get traded? Oh, okay. So
Someone
Almighty
for
is from Flatbush.
Flatbush. Okay, yeah, I'm from
Yeah.
Sheepshead,
Shout out to
so
Flatbush.
we know where each other are from for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's also Almighty is a he's a Yankees fan. You're a Mets fan.
Oh, I am a Mets fan. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, he's a Mets fan. So let's get to the
This
comment
is
real quick. Joseph says, I got NFC Championship, Philly, San Fran, AFC champion, Kansas City, and proven otherwise. I got Joey B and Cincinnati back in it. Wow, okay. I don't believe the Bills or Miami will be there. Huh. See, this is my thing with Cincy. Joe looked good this past week. He looked good. It looked like the injury is healing up or whatever he is going on. He looked good. The wide receivers are waking up. I mean, Jamar Chase told y'all, "Hey, I'm always open." The Kansas City, they miss Eric Bieniemy. They miss him so much. That offense just looks disorganized. The defense, on the other hand, has stepped up. That defense is pretty good in Kansas City. I will say that. And the thing with the Dolphins, this is why I say with the Dolphins, I feel like Dolphins, they're a flash in the pan. And it's just cheetah, bro. It's cheetah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I don't know. I
that's a
don't know.
game. The I cannot wait to play the Dolphins. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah,
you. I think it
yeah.
happens. I think Black Friday is the first time we play the Dolphins, and
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be such a fun game. It's gonna be a black. Like, see, that's a team I'm not nervous for. Like, I don't think the defense is very good. I think, I mean,
They
we
are getting
stopped
what's name
we
back. They're
stopped.
getting Ramsey back though. You gotta remember that.
They'll get Ramsey back.
Yeah.
But they stopped the Jets stopped Cheetah last year. I mean, I don't. I don't know if you remember Quentin Williams stiff arming Tyreek. That lives rent free in my head. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel okay about the Jets at least splitting with the Dolphins, um, and maybe splitting or maybe sweeping the Bills. I don't know how good I feel about them sweeping the Bills, but because
Yeah. All
we
right.
still gotta play them there. But
Yeah.
aside from the teams in our division, the schedule softens up a lot. Like we have the
Makes it
Giants
different.
coming off the bye week. We get the Raiders. We get the Chargers on Monday Night Football. We have Houston. We have Atlanta. We have Washington. Like
Don't overlook
that's
Houston.
a favorable schedule. I like Houston. I think C.J. Stroud's that guy.
CJ Stroud is that guy. That guy
He's
is just
that guy.
balling. He's
He's
that
really
guy.
really good.
Yeah. Bryce Young. I
We'll
don't
see.
know.
6 games.
See. Gotta give him some more time.
Mm-hmm.
So it sucks to see. It sucks to see. What's the young bull? Anthony. It sucks to see him get hurt. Now he's out for the year. He's
That
about
does
to.
suck. Yeah,
That sucks,
yeah.
man. I was really
That
rooting for
whole
that
team is
guy, man.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. All on the Jets offense. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
need to figure that out. They need to figure
Yeah.
that out, especially because they brought in they brought in Nathaniel Hackett for the red zone. Like I feel like
Right.
his specialty is
Liquid
the red
gold.
zone
Don't you
offense.
call it? Doesn't he call
The
that liquid
gold
gold?
zone.
Gold
Yes, that's
zone.
right.
There
The
you go.
gold zone offense.
Mr. Austin Powers himself.
That's right. That's right. He's gotta figure it out. He's gotta figure it out. And
I mean,
I think the Jets will be fine.
but besides, you enjoying the win and then everything going that way, NBA is around the corner. Your Knicks, I don't know about them.
I know about them. I
Uh, I'm
yeah.
a Sixer
The
fan,
Knicks
and I
the
don't
Knicks
know.
are gonna be
I
good.
don't even know about us right now. I'm really irritated with the Sixers. The front office is shit. The front office is shit. My owner, my owner, he's shitty too. He don't care about sports. All he
Mhm.
wants to do is just go buy teams and go live
Yeah.
la vida loca and be crazy. I don't know.
Who's
I don't
your
know what's
owner?
going on.
Is it Loria?
Josh Harris. Josh Harris is our owner. He
That's
just
right.
bought the
That's right.
Commandies. He bought the Commandies.
That's right.
Conf-
Okay. Okay.
Conflict of
I was like,
interest. It pisses me off to see that he did that. It is just, and I hope Eagle players do not go to Sixer games no more anymore. I hope they don't come there to ring the bell. I hope they don't come there to sit courtside, even though they're going to because they're going to be oh here we got free tickets. We got free. You're going to be waving free tickets, side court. I
mhm.
mean courtside seats and stuff like that. It's just bad for business. It's bad for business, man.
I think
Uh,
the Knicks will be good. I'm not as well versed on basketball as I am on other sports,
yeah.
but I like the Knicks a lot. I like I like the DiVincenzo pickup. I like that they didn't go big.
Man,
I love that they didn't,
y'all literally went Villanova.
which is fine. They won the Natty. Like that's okay.
Y'all literally just went Philly. Y'all was like, hey, we're gonna bring these Philly cats. They
They
can ball. They won championships. We're
they
gonna
won
bring
the
them to the
Natty,
Josh
bro.
Hart.
Bring them
Yeah.
all. I'll take a bullet for Josh Hart, bro. Josh Hart is that guy, man. Um,
Oh man.
like Hart, love Brunson. My favorite pickup of last year was Hartenstein, and he played all but one game.
I like him. I like him.
He's so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that we didn't do the Knicks thing, which would have been, trading Randall and a billion picks
Yeah.
for Cat. Like I like that we didn't do that. I
You're
don't think we're
trusting the
gonna go hard
process.
for
You're
Embiid
trusting the
either.
process with the Knicks to make the right
I just
decisions going forward.
Yeah, and I don't. I feel like I'm the one Knicks fan that doesn't hate Julius Randle as much as everyone else does.
I don't
Like
understand the hate with Julius Randle between Knicks fans. Is it because he
he
can't
played
score
hurt.
20 every night?
He played hurt in the divisional game in the
Mm-hmm.
divisional round. I'm sorry, um, in the Easter Conference semis. God damn, I can't get it right. He played hurt in the
All
Easter
good.
Conference semis. If Randall has 18 points per game against Miami, the Knicks are probably in the finals. The Knicks
Yeah.
are in the finals. The Knicks probably win the finals. Like that. That's the thing that got to me. As far as Julius Randle, and everyone thinks he
I
shut
thought you
down the
guys I
playoffs.
really thought you guys matched up well versus the Heat.
We really did. We
Yeah,
really
I
did, and
thought so.
we got the better of every other like we swept the season series against the Nuggets too when we played them.
Yeah,
So
I got you.
it's just super disappointing. And I get how emotional Knicks fans can be, but like, don't take Julius Randle for granted. He's gonna get you
Facts.
20 and 10 every night. He waited until the season was over to get surgery.
Hmm.
I think he's gonna be
Bro,
back and better than
bro,
ever.
you
And
can't get mad at somebody that has a Biggie tattoo on his arm.
exactly,
Treat him special. The chosen one, the
exactly.
guy. Treat him
He's
like
gonna
that.
be he's gonna be another one that was like hated like Melo, and then he's either gonna leave or he's gonna retire, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I love Julius Randle," and it's
Yeah.
like, man, no, you didn't. You
You
didn't
didn't
love
appreciate
Julius
him. You
Randle when
didn't.
he
You
was
didn't.
a kid.
It's just like us of how we kind of disrespect Eagle fans disrespect number 5.
Mhm.
We number 5. We disrespect Donovan McNabb. I'm a big fan of Donovan
Love
McNabb.
Donovan McNabb. Loved him. That's all
But
you need.
it's just he's
That is a
Syracuse guy.
borderline Hall of Famer. Yeah,
Yeah. So you know what I mean. So it's just one of those things. Let me get to the comments real quick, and then we'll get on to the next one.
do it, please.
Joe said, "You rocking with James Harden?" No, I am not rocking with James Harden. The reason why I'm not rocking with James Harden because this is the third or fourth team, wherever you want to call it, that he's trying to force himself out of the organization, and he's not worth the headache. He's a cancer. Every time he gets on the team and he doesn't get what he wants, he turns into a big ass baby. I mean, with Nick Nurse, that I think is going to hold him accountable and going to hold him to the where he should supposed to be at. And he's going to play a little bit more defense. I think what I need to see as a Sixer fan is where's he going to find himself in offense? Because we have young talent on the squad that we need to start let them loose. Maxi, Jared Springer. Who else is the young bull? We got the number 44. I can't picture his name right now. Oh my god, I can't think of his name. Big man. Those guys, those guys, like we're waiting for those guys to open up their wings and let them fly. And I think Maxi's there already, but he can be better. And I think that he needs to be more ball dominant. And I like the addition with I think what was it? Patrick Beverly and Aubrey. Aubrey. I like the addition with those two guys. Now we got some wing defenders, and we got a score with Aubrey. Umbre. I'm sorry, Umbre. I'm saying this name wrong. I'm just hoping that with Umbre he can stay healthy because that dude's always hurt. Every squad that he has been on, from Charlotte to Phoenix to I don't know where he's been everywhere. He's been a journeyman. He's always hurt. He has a talent, but he's always hurt. So that's my only thing, man. I'm gonna get to this
And
one
is
more
James
with
Harden gonna like being held accountable?
no,
That's gonna
no,
be
he doesn't care. The reason why he doesn't care, James Harden is he's a Hall of Famer. I'm gonna say it is what it is. Straight out of ASU, right? I mean, pitchforks. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a Wildcat fan when it comes to basketball, college basketball. Villanova and Tucson. My sister graduated from there, and I went to U of A as well for a little bit. But I think for the most part, he just needs to understand, I know this is a business. You don't trust Maury, but it's a business, man. And you can't force your way that every time that you don't get your way. And if you want to go to the Clippers, go to the Clippers. But I'm going to tell you something right now. The Clippers are not going to give up Terrence Mann because that's who we want. They're not giving him up. You're going to have to give us Terrence Mann. You're probably going to have to give up, what's the other young bull from Philly? Philly Bull. Morris. You're going to give up Morris. You're going to have to give up somebody else as well. So, they're not willing to give up those guys. Taboon. Batum, whatever his name, you have to give him up too. Yeah, you're gonna have to give up. You're gonna have to give us some pieces where we feel comfortable, and you have to give us some draft picks. So it is what it is. Joe Slett, he said, "I'm a Lakers fan. I like our overramped roster. Just need Anthony Davis to be tougher than." Oh my God! First of all,
and Anthony Davis is getting older. Like,
did you see the comment that Darvin Ham said today or yesterday?
what did Darvin say?
He said he wants Anthony Davis to shoot 6 threes a game. And doesn't want to see him play a lot of center. So they're gonna have. And I seen a couple of your face.
So you basically want
They want him as a guard. They just want him.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing?
You want Anthony Davis to be Tim Duncan. Like, you can't. Not even Tim Duncan. You want Anthony Davis to be Manu Ginobili. Like,
yeah.
what's he going to shoot 6 threes a game for? Like, he's a decent 3-point shooter, but come on.
Facts. I don't know, bro. I will say this though. Out of the West, out of the West, and here it comes. I'm gonna get some rumblings on this once people look at this. The Suns look good. Gotta give it to them. Suns are gonna be legit. Hey, MC Hammer, too legit to quit type, okay? Lakers are gonna be right there. Clippers are gonna be, I think Clippers will be there stashing at them. I think Memphis took a step back. I think they
I
did.
lost Ja for a bunch of games.
They lost Ja for a bunch of games. Hopefully, Marcus Smart being on that squad, maybe Derrick Rose. But I don't think you're going to get that Derrick Rose. Leadership. He's more of a locker room leadership. Probably show Ja the way.
No one loves Derrick Rose more than Knicks fans.
Oh man. Derrick Rose was
Derrick Rose was a really, really good Knick, man.
Oh,
he was amazing off the bench. We loved him.
Yeah.
He had his
but then Thibodeau said, "Nah, we good." Him and Evan Fournier, and them two looking at each other like, "Why are we here?"
I hate
Cam Reddish, why are we here? That's the thing, though. The Lakers got a squad. The Lakers got a bench. They got a starting. They got everything. And then last and not least, but don't think about it. Let's think about them Warriors. Them Warriors are going to be something special. They're going to be something serious. Now you got CP3, you got Curry, you got Clay, Draymond. You got all kinds of mixed matches. Yeah, Wiggins. If they can stay healthy, ooh, boy, we're gonna have ourselves a nice Christmas game, finals, everything. The West is going to be. I mean, and let's not forget the Sacramento Kings. They're gonna be balling as well. So the West is. I think the West is probably way. I mean, it was stacked last year, but it's gonna be really hard this year. Because everybody 2 years ago, everybody wanted to get away from LeBron in the East. Then when LeBron went to the West, everybody wanted to go to the East. Now the East is starting to get up there as well. East used to be top heavy, but that's even there, right?
I saw a tweet a few weeks ago that talked about the Suns and the Knicks game playing in late November, and it said probable NBA Finals matchup: Knicks and Suns.
Yeesh. My man Joe said 6 threes a game. Never mind, I'm gone. I'm out. And that's another thing. Dame went to Milwaukee? Like, yo. I don't know, bro.
That doesn't move me. I'm sorry.
What? Dame going with the freak? You gotta elaborate. B. You gotta elaborate on that.
I don't. I'm not as well versed in basketball as some of y'all. This is absolutely not true. It's absolutely a true statement. Like, I am not as well versed as y'all. So just take what I say with a grain of salt. I don't know. I don't know what the use for Dame is. I feel like Dame's also going to be a little bit lost in his role. Did they move Chris Middleton? Because that is why. Like I guess to come off the bench. Like I don't know. Or is him and Chris Middleton going to be on the floor together? Like I don't.
I mean, but Chris Middleton is more of a forward, and you're going to have Dame. Dame is going to be more of the ball handling. And your closer, he's gonna be more of your closer. So now you got two closers. You got Chris Middleton. He can be a closer as well. But Chris Middleton has had a lot of injuries the past 2 years. He's been injured.
He has had a lot of injuries.
The past 2 years, he's been injured a lot. So they got a squad. I do not like Drew Holiday with the Celtics because Drew Holiday was like, I appreciate Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was from UCLA. Went to my Sixers. We went to the playoffs. We beat the Bulls and we only beat the Bulls because I think, in my opinion, Derrick Rose got towards ACL in that playoff run, right?
Yeah.
And then just like I'm appreciating him because he's somebody that he plays both sides of the ball. He is a great point guard and he's a lockdown defender. Two-way. I love that type of energy. Competitiveness is just there. I just don't like seeing him in a green white Celtics jersey. And I'm a Sixers fan. Hate it. Can't stand it. No. I don't want to do it. All right, man. We'll get one more real quick. And this question's for you, actually, or it's aimed towards you. After the huddle, man, shout out to those guys, yo, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. We're going to get you guys on next. We're going to get you on the Swoop Boys. Jets fan, hello from a Pats fan.
Hello,
Who
friend.
of three of y'all, or through all be
Who would have
three
thought y'all would be
three
3-3 with
A
Aaron
Rod?
Rodgers?
Oh, right, Aaron Rodgers. A Rod. He said A Rod. I'm damn.
I mean,
Why could I get that through? Not
the,
just tell him what you just said
the,
though. You just said you trust Zach.
I do trust Zach, but I mean, like, we were supposed to be 3-3 with Aaron Rodgers. Like, the fact that we're 3-3 without him is pretty impressive.
Okay.
I certainly didn't think so. I knew. I think. I also think Coach Sala deserves all the credit in the world because he's made he's gotten better at all the stuff that he wasn't good at last year. The halftime adjustments are there. I think he finally hired the right people to develop Zach Wilson. Like I don't think Nathaniel Hackett's going anywhere. I'm worried that the D coordinator Jeff Ulbrich is going to get a head coaching job next year because he's that good.
He's good.
But if he doesn't and he ends up staying with us, I mean, we can make a run these next couple of years. I'll bring baseball into it because this season definitely felt like pre. I got preseason vibes from the Jets this year that I did about the Mets last year.
Hold on.
Whereas the
Is
Mets
this is
last
it is
year,
this is this the reason? Is this because of what the HBO show?
it kind of
Okay.
like okay. Let me try to frame it. So the Mets last year they got Starling Marte and they
Yes.
got Max Scherzer. They
Did a
got
great job of offseason. I was kind of I'm not I was a little worried about the Mets.
they got Mark Canha. They had gotten who else? They got a bunch of pieces. They completed the deal with Edwin Diaz,
Yeah.
and they beat the Dodgers at home on August 2nd. And I turned to my girlfriend who's watching the game, who's also watching the game with me, and I was like, "This is the year. This is the year. This is the year that the Mets are going to win the World Series. It's going to happen. Everything's going right." Chris Bassett, who I felt like was a really important piece to that Mets team, and I was like, "This is the year." And then they fell apart against the Padres, and it all meant nothing. But I got those big time vibes after the HBO show, after Aaron Rodgers,
Hard
and
knocks.
I felt like Aaron Rodgers is just. I wasn't for the Aaron Rodgers signing. I'll be the first person to tell you that.
I remember.
I
Yes,
was
I remember
like,
you posting that. I remember you posting that.
I remember, and look, I gotta put my hand up. I was a go get Derek Carr guy. That was me. I'm sorry. He's healthy. He throws for 3,500. He throws for 4,000 yards every season and 25 touchdowns and under 10 picks every season he's
Yeah.
been in the league. So I was like, that's all we need. We need a middle of the road guy, and the Jets still do. I read a stat. I keep getting off track, but I read a stat last week, or I think it might have been the Patriots week. If the Jets had scored 24 points a game, which is the league average, over their last 18 games, they'd be 15-3. That's sick. A sickening. I got sick to my stomach. I threw up. But as far as the HBO show and Aaron Rodgers, I really thought he was just gonna come in. He's gonna be like, "I'm Aaron Rodgers. Not gonna do OTAs. Not gonna do preseason. Not gonna do any of this
Right.
stuff. I'm just gonna be Aaron Rodgers and throw the ball for 1,000,000 yards, and everyone's gonna love me." But but then he came in and was like, "Yeah, I want to be
Bought
at
in.
every single day of
He bought in.
OTAs."
Yeah,
And
he bought in.
I want to play in the preseason. I want to do all these things, and I want to talk to Zach, and I want to be in the room with him, and like, which is incredible because he wasn't doing that for Jordan Love, you know. He just
Mm-mm.
and he said it, he said in one of his press conferences, he's like, "Look, hopefully, when I know that my time is up in the league, Zach's going to be the quarterback here for hopefully the next 10, 15 years," and it takes a lot. So I really felt like, coming into the season, I'm like, I'm just gonna be optimistic, and the Jets are gonna win the Super Bowl. Everything's gonna be fine. It obviously wasn't. Rutgers get 4 plays into the season, and I just stared at the screen at the bar with all my Jets fan friends. Like, fam, I don't know what I expected. I do not know. I did not know what I expected. I actually expected Aaron Rodgers to play the season. I should have known better. So so yeah, it felt a lot like this was the year that the
For sure.
Jets put it together. But I think Rodgers comes back. I don't know if he comes back this year. I don't think
I
they
don't.
should rush it. I think
Yeah, don't rush it. Don't rush it.
if he's healthy, we should get him back week 16, week 17, week 18,
Yeah,
and hopefully we're still in a playoff race at that point.
got you. I got you. All right, we got one more. Joe Jen says, last question here. What are your thoughts on the Asian woman at the Chargers and Dallas Cowboys game that kept showing? Do y'all think the NFL strategize plays people in front of the camera to promote?
I have so many
There was
thoughts on
something
this.
crazy
I
going on,
have
and
I
go ahead,
have
Rico. Go ahead.
so many thoughts on this. Oh my god, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I do not mean to take over the
No, no,
show.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, you have actual fans that pay money, pay millions of dollars every single week to they get their families, they get their families all dressed up, they get in the car, they drive to the stadium, maybe they're tailgating, they're
Oh my
buying
goodness.
beers, they're cheering on their team every single week. Why are you industry planting fans? Why is this happening? And I've read story after story about she's a season ticket holder and she's always at the games and people are pulling up videos from 2022 with her at the game. She is an NFL plant. She's not a real person. She's an actor. Why does the most popular sport in America feel like they need actors to show on the screen for 15 seconds to promote their product? I don't understand it.
This is the NFL planning in LA. They do the props for movies when movies are being brought out, right? It's smart. It gets the people talking. I mean, this morning she was just on the Pat McAfee
Pat
show.
McAfee.
Yeah, I mean, so it's smart. And then I guess if you rewind a couple years back, she was actually a Vikings fan. I don't know. Maybe she was going. I mean, I'm one of the ones, man. I'm an Eagles fan,
Apparently it
diehard
was
fan.
a
My wife is a Niner fan, and I support my wife sometimes. And I'll, do my thing, whatever. But I'm an Eagles fan to the death. I mean, I got tattoos of Eagles on me. My dad. I grew up in Philly. I grew up in South Jersey. Um, so I get that part, but just by seeing how she was reacting in the Pat McAfee show and everything that was going on, this was a seed planted by the NFL. I don't care what nobody says.
yep.
I don't care what nobody says. Sorry. And
And
I'm one of those
apparently the
guys.
Vikings thing was a high school game that like her
Oh, okay,
nephew or
okay.
something played in. But I'm like, that doesn't matter. She's still an actor. Like there's zero chance that she's a real human being. I've I've
uh,
been watching the Jets for years, and I've never acted that way. Like that doesn't even that type of like the way like it doesn't even make any sense the way she was acting. Like
I
I don't
didn't.
understand it.
I watched the game, but I wasn't paying attention to when they were showing her. I wasn't paying attention. I just seen one. I'd seen one snap of her, and she was like, like I was like, okay, well, all right. And then this morning, I woke up and they kept on showing her, and I seen it all over X, Twitter, whatever the hell it's called now these days. I don't know. All over social
It's
media,
Twitter
and I was like,
forever.
what is this? What? And I'm reading into it. I'm looking into it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get
And
it.
we were watching the game last night,
Mm-hmm.
and even Amber was like, "Yo, who the fuck is that lady? Why do they keep showing her?" And we were just like, "Is she one of the players' like wives?" Like,
That's what
I
I thought.
honestly like I had more patience with the Taylor Swift stuff than I
Oh my
did with
god,
this Asian
I'm so
lady.
tired
Like,
of Taylor Swift stuff, bro. I'm so tired of it.
I'm more fine with Taylor Swift stuff than I am of this lady.
Yeah.
At least Taylor Swift like is an actual celebrity person that I can understand why they're showing her.
I think a
Like
lot of
this
people are
lady
really mad
isn't
at Taylor
making
Swift
sense.
right now anyway because she's from Doylestown. She's from Philadelphia, and she has seen the
Oh
fight
yeah,
songs in her concert, and now she's with Taylor. Now she's with
yeah.
Travis Kelsey, and doing all the and I'm like, well, she's supporting her man, so let it
all
go.
of all of the memes were funny. That it's like, oh, she has to go through what every supportive girlfriend goes through, and that's having to sit through a Jets game. That stuff made me laugh.
Yeez. So
I remember,
that's the
I
reason why
was
you're upset about these memes and stuff.
I was
It's good
like,
to see.
she's just like
Butter
you
and the
for real.
jokes for the Jets. Hopefully it ended. Hopefully it ended that y'all beat the Eagles, man. The funniest part, the only part that I did not like, and I was like, Brees Hall, my guy, they let you score. He was in there. He was in there wolfing like, yeah. I was like, bro, they let you score. They let you score.
He knows they let him score. That's
Nah, but
why
he was in talking. He was selling wolf tickets, but they let you score.
that's
Stop
no
playing.
no no that's why he was chirping at the defense. I don't know if you saw it because he walked back into the huddle and he was chirping at the defense. He was like, I know
Yeah,
y'all let
I
me
was like,
score. That's
I don't know
okay.
about all that, bro. You over here selling wolf
Uh,
tickets. They let you score, but
Makai Becton, who's the left tackle, he was vocal about it on Twitter. He was like, they said, he was like, they told us they let us score or whatever, and he just had like laughing emojis and stuff. So,
uh,
but
man,
what a game!
uh,
What
it
a
was a
game!
good game though. I would say that, man. You guys
It
deserved
was
it
a good
way
game,
more than
man.
we did.
Yeah.
We didn't execute the way we should have executed. I mean, with the crazy turnovers. I mean, the two turnovers that happened, the Jalen, they weren't his fault. It was the interception. The one I think it was Dallas Goddard. He caught it and then it bounced off
It bounced
somebody's
off his
helmet,
head.
and
Yeah,
Williams
and Quentin
caught it. The
Williams.
other one, his arm got caught and went up.
Also,
The one critical
the
one was Jalen Hurts' fault.
yeah, the one at the end of the game to Tony Adams. That
That
was
was
all
terrible.
Jalen.
That looked
There
like Dak
was
Prescott.
there was a fumble recovery. I think Goddard fumbled, and Quincy Williams could not get a hold on the ball. And
I don't
if
remember that.
he, it was pretty early in the game still. It was still in the first half, and I just remember being so mad because like if Quincy Williams like just gets a hold of that ball, that's a touchdown. Like
Yeah,
it was one of those where it was like at the numbers and he fumbled and Quincy Williams like was trying to pick up the ball. Nobody was in front of him. I was like, fuck, it would have been a touchdown, but he bobbled it and it's all for naught. Game's over. But that's when you look at the film like, fam, come on.
right,
You could have
right.
scored here. Doing too much.
For sure.
Quincy Williams is also the Jets linebacking core. Like Quincy Williams and CJ Mosley might be the best linebacker tandem in the league.
I don't know about that. I don't know
I
about that.
in my
Warner, and Kinlaw, Greenlaw, probably the best in my opinion. On the Niners, them two,
I know who I
man.
got. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. CJ Moses is not better than Fred Warner. Fred Warner is probably the best linebacker in the NFL,
But
in
he's
my
he's the
opinion.
best linebacker, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, you're a Jets fan. I get it. You know what I'm
I
saying? You just
I take
won.
Quincy Williams.
Done
If you
it.
I felt this way after the Denver game because Quincy Williams he took over the end of that
Chris
game.
Williams is a
Like
beast.
the forceful and undrafted. Like
Hmm.
you pay people to scout players. How the fuck did Quincy Williams go
You know
undrafted?
why though,
Brett
right?
Favre too.
You know why, right?
Why?
Because you have a GM by the name of
Joe Douglas.
Joe Douglas. Where
JD.
Joe Douglas is from? Joe Douglas is from
Oh,
Philadelphia
I
Tree.
know.
He is
That's
from
right.
the Howie Roseman. Howie
Mhm.
Roseman is the master at that. He is like the
He
master
built
at
y'all team
finding
and won the Super
undrafted.
Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why we won a Super Bowl. He's a master at finding undrafted players, looking at every turning every rock and seeing he can flip
Mhm.
gold. So that's the reason why. So shout out to man, props to Joe Douglas. I was really upset when he left. I was like, damn, but I knew it was his time to be a GM. He's been waiting, but I didn't want him to
Mhm.
leave. I didn't want him to leave. He's a
We
good
don't
GM.
either.
Yeah, I bet. Oh yeah, no time soon. No time soon. But yeah, man. One more question, and I'll let you go. I'm about here about almost an hour, and I got to watch the rest of my game.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I know you said you're not going to cop any shoes this month because you're a sneakerhead, such as myself. But what have you been keeping your eye on? Anything in the future or the
I really
past?
want I really want those extra butter uh
Ooh,
Rangers Adidas. I think they're so nice and I need them.
yeah,
I
yeah, those are nice.
obviously huge Ranger fan.
Yeah.
And I'm going to New York next week, which is why I haven't
Nice.
really been copying anything because I'm like
Mhm.
trying to save money to be able to function in New York. Um, but if I see them sitting, they might come home. I have a feeling they're gonna sit, and so if I go to Extra Butter and I see them sitting, they might come home.
No
But
New Balances. No New Balances that's been catching your eye.
I honestly, I talked a lot of shit about concepts retroing the C notes,
Bro,
but they look so nice. They look
fire, bro.
so
What?
the retro looks so
Those are
good.
nice.
Matter of fact,
Oh,
I have OGC notes here. Let me
oh
see where
yeah.
it's at.
I
See,
mean,
like, I
I
brought
still haven't
OGC
worn.
notes.
Yes, those are it.
Yeah,
Those are
but
nice.
the retro of the C notes are so nice. They're so good.
Right.
So and they're going for under retail right now. I'm hoping they continue to trend down. So
You know, a little drop, a little
I can
dip.
pick them up. Yeah, for not $240. That'd be nice.
Nice, nice.
But other than
Yeah,
that, man, I was unemployed for from November up until June,
gotcha.
and so that like my savings like pretty much depleted at that point. So
Yeesh.
sneakers had to take a back seat to paying bills and stuff. But
Hmm.
get a new job now, so hopefully keep stacking my money and get back on the sneaker thing.
Good man, good. Where what's about your New York? You go what part?
She wants to see where I grew up for some reason.
Oh,
So we're gonna hit
nice,
up.
bro.
She said Bay Marine Park and show her around, but we're gonna be. She got us a hotel in Soho, so we're gonna be,
Oh,
of
okay.
course, doing the Met, the MoMA. We're gonna do all the touristy things. Take her to Cornelia Street because Taylor
I was
Swift
about
wrote a
to
song
say.
about
I
it.
was about to
So
say
that's where we have to
best
go.
pizza. What's your favorite pizza? Favorite pizza spot?
LMB
Brooklyn.
Spumoni Gardens. The
Yeah.
Sicilian
Okay.
pizza
All right.
at LMB Spumoni Gardens is
Was
unlike
that
anything.
73rd? 73rd?
Avenue X. I haven't lived in New York in a long time. I don't remember where it is. But I stayed in New York last like a couple of summers ago, and I basically door dashed it like every fucking day.
No, I bet.
So
I bet.
yeah,
Yeah. I feel you. I'm going back home in 2 weeks, and
in Philly, hell
I'm
yeah.
ready. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to go back to
I
Philly and
want to see
see
Philly,
what's
man. I
good.
really do. I know I'm supposed to hate the Phillies, but like y'all are so likable, bro. I mean, Castellanos is kind of a big, but like, y'all are so likable. Like the fact that all Schwarber does is hit bombs.
Oh man,
Harper's
that's the man right there. Oh
Harper's
man,
matured into
dude,
a hell of a player. Like
Harper's became the face
he's
of
killed the Mets
Philadelphia right now.
historically, but
He's
yeah.
became the face of Philadelphia, and it's so impressive to see. I think he might be bigger than Joel and Jalen right now.
Mhm.
Like it's that
Yeah,
big.
he definitely is.
Um,
He definitely is.
so it's
And Trey
super cool.
Turner turning
Yeah,
around his
it's
season was cool to watch. Y'all are
TT.
likable,
That's
and
my guy
y'all
right there.
yeah, and y'all are taking care of my boy Zach Wheeler, and I appreciate it.
Man,
He's a stud. And I
he
was
did
really
work
sad to see
yesterday,
him
bro.
go.
He did work
Yeah,
yesterday.
I was sad to see him go from the Mets, but I knew when Brody Van Wagenen came in, I'm like, we're not gonna be able to keep the boys together. So I knew it was either Wheeler or Degrom that was leaving. This was years ago now, as
Yeah,
you
yeah, it
already
was
know.
years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's
but hell
awesome,
yeah.
man. Well, I appreciate you joining the show, man. You know, this is the Dry Heat podcast, part of the Swoop Boys Network. As you guys know, I changed the background in the middle of it because my Phillies are up 2-0. I
Yes,
am going
sir.
to the game on Thursday. I'm super, super hyped.
Enjoy
Um,
it.
bro, I can't wait, man. And then after that, a week after that, I'm going back to Philly. And then I'm going to Florida. And then I'm going to Oregon. And then I'm going to be back for a little bit. So,
Eat before the game. Chase Field does not have my favorite food.
oh, no, Chaseville sucks. Well, no, no,
Chase
Chaseville
Field
sucks.
sucks.
I'm
I'm
probably
glad
going to
you
go to
said
Cor.
it.
I'm gonna go to Coralini's. I'm probably gonna go to Coralini's
Okay,
because like right on the way, I'm gonna go get me a Philly cheesesteak and then boom, right there.
got
So
you.
yeah, I'm gonna meet up with a couple of my friends we're all from Philly and moved to Arizona. So I'll meet a couple
Okay,
of guys up there. So it's gonna be fun, man. All the guys that I went to high school. Well, we grew up. We went to Springfield, so they grew up in
okay.
Springfield, PA. So now they moved here. We all got tickets together, and we're just gonna go and enjoy it. Have a Philly cheesesteak before, and then enjoy the game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, Rico, I appreciate you. Can you please tell them how to find you, and also you're a part of you do go on periodically with the Discord and what they got
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
got
yeah.
going on.
The Sneaker Podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Rico Machado Torres. On TikTok, also at Rico Machado Torres. I rarely post there, but I do enjoy that platform. I am on Twitter. It's at Torres Rico, so it's like a little different because my name, someone already took my name for some reason, and uh, and that's it. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of New York content coming up. I'm gonna be going with my girlfriend. It's gonna be fun and exciting for sure.
You'll be doing any vlogging?
I
I think
don't
you have the
really
knack for
feel
it,
so
bro. Like
awkward
you
about
have
it.
you, and
I
you're and
appreciate it.
you have a
I
knack
was
for it, and then your acting. You have your acting thing you
yes,
guys
sir.
do. My boy, but because you do act with my boy Justin. I went to high school with him. Justin,
Justin.
I can't remember his last name. Justin Hodges. He's from Tucson. He went to high school in Tucson. I went to high school in Tucson with him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I probably know him if I saw him.
big guy, light skin, got cornrows. Big guy,
Yeah, I know who you're
Justin
talking
Hodges.
about. Love that
Yeah,
dude.
Justin Hodges.
He's
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's great, man.
good guy. Yeah, man.
He's great.
So
Love
yeah,
him. Yeah,
man.
for
So
sure.
I think you got man. You got a knack for it. So what, and then especially with the acting, the off things that you do. So yeah, man. Please go check out my guy Rico, bro. He's talented. Like I said, very educated, shoe wise. Uh, does do the brims too as well. So check him out on
Yes,
there. And
sir.
yeah, us East Coast cats. We just got to stick together because
That's right.
come on, man. That's just the way we get down. You know what I'm saying? We bring
I
something.
like Philly.
We bring
I'm
flavor
supposed to
to the
hate
West Coast.
Philly, but I really like Philly. What do you want me to say? Y'all cool, man. Y'all cool as hell. Boston, on the other hand, but nah, let me chill.
Nah. I don't think that's one thing we can agree on. We don't fuck with Boston.
We do not.
We do not. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in to the Dry Heat Podcast. My guy, my guest of the hour, Rico. Y'all check him out, please, please, please. And from there, man, we are out. You're